Powerful images today. Two people dressed in scrubs stopping protesters from getting to the Capitol building. Protesters shouting at them, quote, "You get to go to work. Why can't we?"
Today, hundreds gathered at the state capitol and hundreds of others joined them from their cars, demanding Colorado to reopen. Good evening. Thank you for joining us on Denver 7. I'm Jason Grenauer.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Across the country, people are protesting stay-at-home orders, and now it's arrived in Denver.
Let's get right to Denver 7's Lance Hernandez. Lance, it looked like a majority weren't keeping socially distant or wearing masks at all.
Well, a few were maintaining a 6-foot buffer, a few were wearing masks, but most were not. Several protesters told me they thought it was a decent idea initially to shut things down, but they say it's time to reopen.
Kids want to go back to school. Business owners want to open their shops. And people want to go back to work. That was the message by protesters at the state capitol today, many of whom caused gridlock on Lincoln Street while waving flags, revving engines, and honking horns. Many protesters, like this one, concerned about the unemployment rate.
We had a really smoking economy till 2 months ago. We've worked all very, very hard for that. We're the reason that happened. And it was stolen from us. It's theft.
This great suppression, as I call it, is illegitimate.
Patricia Antone out to promote a general reopening.
Everybody open together. They can't suppress us if we all open at the same time.
As far as protesters, I see protesters for all sorts of things, and I'm with everybody. I'm with everybody.
President Trump mentioned the protesters during his briefing today. At 12th and Grant, a small protest against the protesters. These two people, dressed in scrubs, stood in a crosswalk to apparently remind the protesters of why the lockdown is in place. There was even more reaction on Twitter. One person wrote, "I don't want to see any of these people coming into the hospital with COVID symptoms." The governor's office issuing a statement that said in part, no one wants to reopen Colorado businesses and lift these restrictions more than the governor, but in order to do that, Coloradans have to stay home as much as possible during this critical period, wear masks, and wash their hands regularly to slow the spread of this deadly virus.
And the governor's stay-at-home order set to expire on April 26th. No word yet on whether it will be extended. Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.